Yeah, lies.
Well, and that says we're live, but it hadn't changed color. There it goes.
All right, let's see here. Um, if you would like to keep the air conditioning going because
It's Tuesday,
Texas,
so it's hot.
donate
Supposedly.
here. Um, any amount would be welcome as long as we can keep the air conditioning on until tomorrow when we'll need the heater again.
Yeah.
If you like coffee, donate to these folks, or not donate. Buy coffee from these folks. Tell them you heard about it here. Maybe they'll send us more coffee. Because thank you, juice is good.
Yeah.
If you like smart ass t-shirts, check out Among the Leaves Tees. Loads and loads of smart aleck t-shirts.
And we have a thank you
We do.
to Michael. Yeah. Who has donated us a new mic, which I have not had time to get plugged in yet because with Jonna out of town, I was not going to come in here and screw around in the shop. We have a number of new folks here today. Yeah. Yeah,
Hey,
Hillbilly, they're
Hillbilly.
back. So before Ian gets started on a commentary from the weekend.
And a rant.
Yeah, well, that's why I'm trying to get in ahead of you. So shut up.
You go. I will go get the props. You go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead. I got my short story finished, finally. It is out to the readers. So hopefully within the next, with Amazon, I'm going to say a couple of weeks, I should have my first short story collection out. Shocked, yes.
Yeah.
And this is a new story in the Cronin universe. It is pretty much a combat story. So there's not a lot. No. I said I'd never going to write another one of those, but
I know. And I said, when you said that too.
But it does have a lot of action in it. So anyway, yes, I went to the full widescreen on the View today so you could see all the work that Cedar has done along with the other ladies to get the promotional things,
yes,
which are actually almost 7 feet tall.
I love the fact that Cedar picked the one orange tabby that had the brain cell that day for the Neil Armstrong gazing off the distance shot.
Yeah. Either that or ignoring everything.
We suck at weirdos. Thank you, little sister. That's so sweet. So before I get off of this rant, I'd like to thank Wallbanger for being an absolutely perfect host. That was fantastic. It made the weekend. It really was. Picked good locations, good food. I always had a solution for any problem we came up with. Thank you, Wally. That was very much appreciated. Fantastic host. In other news,
and here we go.
We ordered books from Amazon and Draft to Digital, for that matter, that were going to be here so we can take them to Kansas City. Guess what? Didn't make it. So we opened the Draft to Digital box. The books were glorious, well packed. Somebody gave a damn. The covers, the printing is great, fantastic. Then we opened the Amazon box, and I swear to God, we're going to have an Amazon box opening next time on video because somebody danced the Watusis on a bunch of my books. So here is how the back of Space Marines 2 should look, right? They cut off words or letters, but okay. I have somebody at Amazon needs to start giving a damn. They really do, because when they sent the books, and the box was maybe 2/3 full with one single solitary clump of paper to pad all those books. And I'll show you a picture. I'm going to have an unboxing video, I swear to God. So I'll show you a picture of the first box I opened. That's how they came from Amazon. Like that. The other box, we got two Amazon boxes, look like this. Better, but seriously.
One piece of paper in that one too.
One piece of paper in that one.
Yeah.
Amazon is losing their spot, and they're doing it because they're stupid. This should not happen. This should not happen. And Rita found one that had shoe tread across dirty, that black greasy warehouse grease. Shoe tread. Somebody had stepped.
Also, they're different sizes.
Motherfucker. Thank you, Jim. I was wondering how the hell they managed to. Okay, Jim just noticed something, and we're going to tell John to listen to the explosion here in just a second.
I'm at slow burn at this point.
There's almost a ½ inch difference in the size of the books.
They're well spotted, Jim. This is unacceptable. This bullshit is unacceptable. I realize that Brandon Sanderson is kicking Amazon in the dick right now. Stop taking that on us. We're going to draft to digital for books. I swear to God. This bullshit? No.
Well, I hate to see the fact that y'all got bit by the same thing that bit me.
Oh, we didn't have as bad as you did. For those of you who don't know, Jim got screwed by Amazon on the first run of. He got 25 books for Pecan. 30.
Yeah.
It's 30 books of Pecan. Not only did they do this happy horseshit, but the printing on the inside. Oh, that's another thing. The printing on the inside, they skip pages.
Yeah.
I mean, theoretically, this shouldn't happen. You have a program, and hello, Sanford. You walked into the rent. You have a program and paper. It should make each one identical, right? This one, no. They had sentences cut off and redone down the page.
Mm-hmm.
This quality control is bullshit.
What quality control?
No, exactly. Yeah. There is no quality control. None. And like I said, I realize that Brandon Sanderson is giving them that old prison loving. Yeah. I do understand that. Stop taking it out on us.
And you can return them, or try to.
Oh,
and get your money back.
We can return them, but it's a pain. It shouldn't have happened to begin with.
That's true.
This quality control is not what a multinational corporation should be involved in.
Yeah. And Cedar says in the back of the book is name and address of the printing place. Maybe.
Columbia, South Carolina. That's it.
Same place.
Oh, good. Yeah, made in the USA. Columbia, South Carolina.
7 March 24.
That am it. So, yeah, Draft to Digital. The books, when the two boxes that came from Draft to Digital, the boxes were packed nicely, competently. The books are better quality. The printing's better. The picture's better, or the cover art's better. Draft to Digital. Yeah, Amazon. No. Until they unfuck themselves.
Oh, that's fucked.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Sanford just saw the back.
Yeah, it's a ½ an inch off. ½ inch, Bill, not 1 inch. Yes, we've always been the redheaded stepchildren, Mona Lisa. You're right on that.
But, if these had arrived in time, we'd have gone to Kansas City with that crap. Well, maybe not. Jono would have set everything on fire.
Yeah.
But this does not. I've been
Good luck, Liz. Hope it goes well at the doctor.
good luck, Liz. See you later. I've been saying for a while that Amazon is not the number one gorilla anymore, and it's just running on institutional inertia.
Yeah.
This lack of giving a damn kind of drives that point home.
Yeah. Yeah. Ian's got the cowboy hat on the way he's sitting.
Oh, wow.
And indoors.
Yeah. And the hat fits.
But no, this happy horse shit needs to stop. And I realize we're nothings. We are no nothings in the vast Amazon ecology. But somebody's going to get tired of this happy horse shit and come up with a viable, just a sheer piss off with a viable alternative to Amazon.
Yeah.
That is the way of things. It is going to happen.
Well,
I can't believe they knocked a full half.
Draft to digital is one option for printing.
Yep. Always has been.
Yeah. See, that's got the right gutters in it and everything else.
I don't have Rick T. Sounds like you're volunteering, Ian. No, I'm not. I'm up to my gonads and gators as it is.
Yeah.
I don't need to add extra gators to the moat.
Amazon, for whatever reality it is,
Yeah.
believes they're the big kid in the playground,
And
and they don't have to play well with anybody else because they're big enough to beat them all up.
Well, when they went away from Create Space is when we started seeing the problems with publishing and printing. When Create Space was a separate entity, it was still Amazon, but it was a separate entity. Everything was much smoother, much better. The quality control was there, and the turnaround times were shorter. Ever since they've gone to KDP, you may or may not get the book on time. It may or may not release on time.
And it may or may not be the proper size.
Or have all the same font inside the book.
Yeah.
And the rant continues.
Yes, Amazon, you're screwing up by the numbers. So, our happy editor, well, unhappy at this time, Burke, see that lovely serif font? See not serif font? And we checked the production files. John had checked them. I looked at them. Yeah, not only there's nothing in there that says different font.
Yeah, that's the same thing I ran into.
Well, at least you don't have some size 8 type and size
Oh,
22
no.
type.
Take a look. That is definitely a different size font.
But not so badly. I have seen them coming from Amazon where you get to the next page and it goes from 12-point font to about a 6.
Yeah.
You have to get the magnifying glass out to see it.
Yeah.
Anyway, so as far as Kansas City goes, thanks to Wally. Honestly, we had a lovely time. Better than I probably would have. Better than I should have. I was Comic-Con. I was expecting 15,000 people. There's 80,000 people.
Well, that's only 79,500 too many.
We had such a note moment.
Yeah, I had breakfast, and the hotel we were at had this lovely mezzanine, lovely huge mezzanine with these nice little nooks where business could get done. So Mike and Courtney went off to Shufti the whole thing, and John and I were doing some business. Figured, about 9 o'clock. I think we had figured the door opened at 8 or 9.
No, it opened at 10.
It opened at 10. We were going to wait. Let the madding crowds die down. At 10:15, we went to the front of the mezzanine and looked, and there was a nope line going out the door, around the corner, and down the block. It's like, no.
And deep, like a football field long.
Yeah. And it's like, no, we're done. So I went back to work.
Yeah, Richard, that's also been seen in the Kindle ebooks
Oh,
where it changes colors or changes fonts or changes tint, which I've had happen a couple of times on mine.
hey, Jonna. Wally says rumors they cleared 100K at the gate.
Not a surprise. So
Whew. The nice thing about, near as I could tell, I did not go over the whole thing. Near as I can tell, it was all one building, but two floors in the building. The impression I got. I could be wrong. Wally could probably fact check on that. I got a feeling it was one huge, ginormous building, 2 floors, which means we didn't have to go to other buildings.
Yeah.
I think there's a great deal of money to be made there. I really do. Near as I could tell, there weren't any panels. This was a
there's a ton of panels. We just didn't go to them.
Oh, there were panels.
A ton of them.
Disregard.
We didn't go because we were too busy elsewhere. So.
No, we were too busy looking. So there are panels. Bloody hell. Okay. Oh shit.
And
No.
good ones. A really good bunch.
Were there any writing ones this time?
Yeah, quite a few of them, and they were really well attended. So
Huh.
I went past several of the rooms, and they're really full. It was a really well-run convention. Not
So-
like Pensacon.
I intend to go back next year. I was looking at some of the booths, and bless their hearts, a lot of the folks there do not know how to set up a booth. I've got Cedar and Jonna and Courtney.
Courtney's brilliant.
Courtney's brilliant. I have Cedar and Jonna and Courtney. We can do a booth. We can do a booth and knock people's socks off.
Yeah.
So I think.
That's behind you.
So I think the ladies are already plotting and planning. I think we will go next year and see if we can make some money.
Yeah. And Mona Lisa says, and now you're going to go to Dragon Con next.
No, no,
That
no.
was multiple no's, Mona Lisa.
No.
Okay, so
Here
there's a reason.
Here comes John.
Here goes Jonna.
I have done so much high school theater with smelly teenage boys in costumes. I am not going to Atlanta in August with 50,000 smelly teenage boys. I ain't doing it.
And girls.
There's not enough Febreze in the world for that.
No.
Kansas City, we can do it because it's still cool outside and you can't smell them. So
As much.
Yeah.
Having been stuck at Comic-Con in San Diego,
Right,
not by
yeah, that was-
choice,
No.
I will just say not no, but hell no.
Mhm.
And that was in the hotel. It was not at Comic-Con per se. Oh, God. The stench.
If we are up for a Dragon Award, if Cedar is up for a cover Dragon, we will go. Because there's no way we're dragging Cedar there. And somebody needs to accept the award.
Leave that Larry pick it up.
Well, Larry pick it up. That's good.
Lume needs to be an ad sponsor at the cons.
Lume?
Oh, no, that's the supposed
You're a deodorant soap.
Oh.
deodorant for everything, including your butt.
The hotel we were at, apparently there was some big sports ball game at Kansas City, basketball. I know it's basketball because Jonna was saying that she'd never run into so many belt buckles at eye level before. The terrible thing is, I was too. You're big old boys.
Yeah. Well, when the average is like 6'7", yeah.
Well, and the girls, Mike was like, I feel completely inadequate.
Well, there's nothing worse than getting on the elevator with the Harlem Globetrotters.
Yeah.
Because, yes, you're looking at belt buckles.
Being in line at the airport behind the Lakers.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, that would also do it.
oh.
I wasn't looking at belt buckles. I was looking at butts.
Yeah.
There was apparently there was I'm guessing a cheerleading thing going on.
Oh, so cheerleaders were there with the teams.
Big 12 women's and MIA Division II men's. Yeah.
They in the lobby every once in a while a pep band would fire up.
Oh,
Yeah.
wasn't that fun?
It was great. We were on the mezzanine, so they'd be right below us.
Yeah, it was just fabulous.
Cheerleaders running around doing cheerleader things.
Wally and I were like, "Oh my god, we missed marching band." So they were good too. They just really were rocking it. So
Yeah, there you go, Jen, an essential oils booth.
Right. But they won't wear it. It's like I get a fire hose and it's like, hey, you in the cosplay, you're welcome.
Yeah. Yeah, Julie, you would feel like a midget with some of those people.
yeah, it's like, oh hello.
Yeah.
When they're leaning on the top of the door frames with their elbows.
Yeah.
It's just like,
And that's the girls.
yeah.
Well, at least with the girls, I know what that puts at eye height.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is they also have
Sanford.
I've never seen this elevator system before, and I kind of like it. And it kind of, because when you walk up the elevator, there are touchscreen panels on the wall, and you push the button, the floor you want to go to. There are no floor buttons inside the elevators. You go up, push, and then one of them, it'll tell you to go to A, B, C, D, E,
Yeah.
or E, and you go there, and it takes you to your floor. Saturday, it literally took me 20 minutes to get from the floor I was on because it was stopping because all bless their little geek hearts, they had these carts with all of their cosplay stuff. So we had an elevator full of screaming, rabid basketball fans, and no way for that cart to fit on.
Yeah.
So they those poor guys. There has to be a freight elevator or something.
Yeah, dispatched elevators. Yeah, you're right, Rick. They're supposed to be more efficient.
I will say that when it wasn't the morning or the evening when everybody was going back to the room, or the morning when everybody was coming out of the room, those were not those. All other times it was more efficient.
Yeah.
Those times it was wow.
Elevators are unstable enough without them getting smart, quote unquote. Yeah. Yeah, Nancy, stairs, if you can make it up and down them, and you don't have to go all the way to the first floor to get out.
Well, those poor kids with the luggage cart full of their cosplay, they couldn't make it down the stairs.
Yeah. Well, the problem is most of the hotels now, for security purposes, have got all the fire doors locked. So once you go out into the stairwell, you cannot get back in.
There are multiple people when the elevator jammed at FinCon.
Yeah.
When I was on the elevator that jammed at FinCon, and they finally got me off of it on the fourth or fifth floor. I had straight the fire door, kicked it open, and I went down every floor. I kicked open the fire door. I was annoyed.
Yeah. Yeah, Sean, sometimes that happens. And when you're down to one elevator, yeah, that sucks.
I'm thinking smart elevators now. I keep thinking about the old joke. Honey, why are you carrying a pistol in the house? Decepticons. I laughed. She laughed. The toaster laughed.
I shot the toaster.
That
Good
got
time.
the
Yeah.
toaster, yeah.
No kidding. But no, it was a good time. It's like I said, Wally's a great host. Found us really good food. Went to a rib place and finally got Texas version of burnt ends, or not the burnt end, or Rita's version of burnt ends, or not the burnt ends. The rest of the U.S. apparently knows them. Rita, burnt ends out here are crunchy.
Yeah.
And I love Texas burnt ends. And Rita has asked barbecue people to make her burnt ends, and they apparently make this style because she gets burnt ends and she's disappointed. We like our crunchy burnt ends. So Wally took us to a barbecue joint, and I got burnt ends. And the funny thing is the burnt ends, it said that they were burnt ends. You had brisket, you had pork, and you had sausage.
Yeah.
So I looked at the waiter and I said, "I'm from Texas." Well, he said beef. I said, "Okay, beef." You had a choice of two.
Yeah.
I said, "Okay, beef," and he said beef. All right then.
Yeah.
They're not bad. They're good. They're burnt ends are fantastic. They're just not the crunchy that I was expecting.
And they've got a lot of fat on them too.
They do. It was really good.
The Texas burnt ends, for those of you that have never had them, is literally the cut off piece that's too well done for the brisket.
Yeah.
So there's very little to no fat on it. It's all meat.
And it's crunchy.
And it's crunchy.
Yeah. But the burnt ends, the Kansas City burnt ends they're damn decent.
So we're doing barbecue for lunch now?
Maybe.
Mhm.
We'll see.
Possible.
Possible.
Microwave has a USB port. Yeah, no.
No. And it's the smart refrigerators. I can't have a smart refrigerator in my house. I would never get the gun off of Rita because the smart refrigerator orders something, Rita will shoot it.
Yeah, Jesse, that's since we got on that food kick. Burn ends, certain restaurants, depending on where you are in the United States, it was either the shrimp, or it was the hush puppies, or it was the burn ends, or it was the little mini tacos. And if you didn't get there early, you didn't get any.
Oh, yeah.
Because they would literally run out. And they were appetizers. And you could literally, there was a place in Biloxi years ago that was called a Gumbo Shack. And it went away in the last hurricane.
Mm.
But literally, they would serve a bowl of hush puppies as an appetizer. And if you got there at 7 o'clock, you didn't get any because they'd already sold out. And if you got there about 8 o'clock, you didn't get hush puppies with your meal because there were absolutely none left in a restaurant.
Yeah, Joe's Catfish Shack.
Yeah.
Not Bill's Catfish Shack. Apparently, Cedar's boy got his the 93 he needed for the school he wants.
I just hope he likes the math well enough to actually make it through.
I got to go talk to a recruiter to find out what his options are when if he
Doesn't make it.
If he doesn't make it.
Well, and I'm not trying to be Debbie Downer here, but from initial accession to actually making it through the NUC program is a 75% failure rate.
That's why I said I'm wondering what happens.
So every 100 that starts, they'll actually get 25. It'll make it all the way through. The schoolhouse, prototype, and qualification.
But
oh yeah, Tom, I actually remember. I remember Hopkins' house. Yeah, roast beef. Oh man, that's bringing back years of memories.
we need to go to Bill's again.
Yeah, that we do. Cedar, it's actually 75% attrition rate. I did some poking around with some folks that monitor that stuff rather closely.
My little sweetheart entertaining her house right now. So a couple weeks back, she went over to Cedars to cook a meal and was just having a blast. And she's ready for the house to be fixed up so we can. She wants a kitchen she can cook in, which we don't currently have. So I was looking at stuff because I'm me, and there was a grill we wanted that has a Wi-Fi hotspot for a grill.
Yeah.
Why the hell does a grill need a Wi-Fi hotspot?
So it can tell you whether or not the meat's done.
What?
Supposedly, yes.
I don't trust R2D2 to know what a medium rare steak is.
Yeah.
Nope. Right now we're looking at used places because apparently it's extremely difficult to find a grill that doesn't have that bullshit on there.
Yeah, have fun, Winkle Red.
Now, the Internet of Things is a bad idea.
Yeah.
The Internet of Things was a stupid idea to begin with. It's just gotten worse.
Decepticons.
Well, I never thought I'd be living the cyberpunk dystopia when that would lead to IBM being hacked by a bunch of barbecue grills.
Yeah. Oh,
You know, I never wanted to play. I never liked Shadowrun very well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Shadowrun was fun to play, not to live.
yeah.
Hillbilly says, "Commie." Yeah. It's like I'd have to stage a shotgun by the grill, so when it started talking, I could shoot it.
yeah.
Yeah. It's like,
Free fire the grill
you
so
don't-
it communicates with the fridge to deliver the meat.
I remember, 1980s, Terminator, Skynet was evil. Now
Yeah.
we're talking to Skynet, asking it what a recipe for for pancakes is. Poor Skynet's looking at us going,
Tom's going, did nobody see Terminator? Yes, we saw it.
yes. It's like, well, Skynet's looking at us going, oh, God.
Yeah.
I'm just envisioning the Roomba going to the refrigerator, getting the steak out, which the refrigerator hands them the right steaks, taking it to the grill, and the vacuum cleaner lifting it up, putting it on the grill.
No. Do it the old-fashioned way. Do it the way your Paleolithic ancestors did.
Yeah.
Heat up something, put the meat on there, turn the meat over, eat the meat. You
Yeah.
don't need to have a computer telling you what's.
The reason I'm laughing, Carl Gallagher in his Substack today published a little short about smart cars
Oh,
There's an oxymoron.
that got pissed because the driver had a girlfriend.
Oh, Jesus.
And it falls directly into what we're talking about here. And by the way, if you haven't read Carl Gallagher's stuff, you need to go get it. He's a great author.
But
And
the,
he's a good friend of
the
ours.
thing is okay, we're winding up with all of these fancy schmancy grills that have Wi-Fi hotspots.
Yeah.
At the same time that we've got our friggin' granola overlords from California deciding that grilling is bad for us. So tell me how having a Wi-Fi hotspot on your grill and your granola overlord with his finger on the off switch is a good idea.
Oh, I love Wally. I see you're trying to create a cyberpunk dystopia. Would you like help?
Now, I don't like the fact that cars today, if you don't drive directly between the white lines, they got sensors for it.
Yeah.
They will yell at you, and if you drive too long without too close to the white line, they will start trying to steer it away for you.
Oh, yeah.
Who needs a car trying to decide what's the safest place to steer to?
You can actually disable those.
I have.
Yeah.
I had to buy a new vehicle, so I got a used 2021 Toyota Corolla, which, by the way, fantastic gas mileage. Not great for 7 hours. My poor butt. By the time we got to Kansas City, my poor butt. I got out of the car and Wally looked at me and said, "Are you okay?"
FBS, flat butt syndrome.
I do not have a flat butt. I squat at least twice a week. Trust me, with heavy weights. I don't have a flat
You
butt.
had a flat butt after 7 hours. in that
No
thing.
kidding. I was so gone. I hurt so badly.
Yeah, but Ian, anybody that ever looks at you wonders whether you're okay or not.
No,
Yeah.
it's like, it's like I told Rita when I got back, I said, we've got to sell more books. And she said, why? I said, if we're gonna keep doing this, I've got to have a Lexus. I need something that babies me as I go down the road.
Yeah, manual transmissions, you don't get that that lane departure crap or anything else. And you've pretty much guaranteed your car won't get stolen by the kids because they can't drive a stick.
Right? Except, however, that one guy got carjacked and the carjackers couldn't figure out how to drive it. They
Yeah.
shot him out of sure piss off.
Yeah.
So
He'd have a duty belt butt. Hazard of the profession, yeah.
I
Yeah.
I said I've got to have something with grandma seats
Yeah.
and a better ride. I mean, that Corola's great. The gas mileage there and back was fantastic. It really was.
Well, what you gotta do is just install a Lazy Boy.
Yeah.
When I got out at Kansas City, I looked like I was a cripple.
Yeah. Yeah. That's the difference back in the day. And yes, I'm old enough to be able to say that. You actually had to drive your car. You had to shift the gears. You had to actually pay attention to the road.
The choke.
Yeah, the choke. And depending on your age and the type of car you had, you may or may not have power steering and power brakes.
Oh, we have comments. Richard Brown, this was somebody who sat in a C-130 canvas web seat with 150 pounds of parachutes to feel it. Yeah, 30 years ago.
Yeah.
That was physically painful to say.
Oh, Differ says, try 6 months pregnant on those cement slabs in a U-Haul from Missouri to New Mexico. No.
I don't want to try 6 months pregnant in any circumstances.
No.
No.
Oh, and Emma did have her baby boy.
And Brendan made it.
And Brendan made it, yes.
Woohoo! Well done, sir.
Yeah, the other problem with the back in the day was you didn't have cruise control.
Yeah, you did. You had a brick. You put the brick on the pedal and you went.
Well, yeah. But Rick mentioned driving a 79 RX-7 across country. Yeah, I drove cross country a couple of times with no cruise control and got to California and got out and could not straighten my leg out. And my foot and leg were cramping for 3 days after that trip.
When you get out and you start to fall and you grab the top of the car,
Yeah,
and pull yourself back up, and then just sort of hand walk your way down to the trunk,
yeah,
and lay across that for a little while.
yep.
Oh no, it's like I said. I got out of the car, and Jonna wasn't much better.
No, it was painful.
Well, I got out that was hanging on the car, and the door person at the hotel was giving me, "Is he okay, or should we call an ambulance?" Look,
Brian, I'm talking about 1973. So well before you were installing cruise controls. Brick on a gas pedal, says the cop. Yeah. Well, it did work.
it worked a treat.
Yeah.
It worked a treat.
You could also use a hammer, depending on the weight and how much spring pressure you had on the accelerator.
I remember. Okay. The first vehicle I got on my military driver's license was a 1/4-ton Jeep. I don't want to hear it. And I love the fact that you grab the choke, and that if you knew what you're doing, what the choke was your cruise control.
Yeah.
You could actually fine tune that more or less.
Yeah.
I remember using the old kind of bumper jack. You click up down,
Yeah.
and you hook it underneath the edge of the dashboard, and you put the other end on the gas pedal.
Yeah.
Not that I would ever have done anything that.
No, the only problem was kicking the sumbitch out of the way when you had to slam on the brakes.
Oh, tell me about it.
I did like the adaptive cruise control. That was kind of, when it got into Kansas City traffic, that was kind of nice.
Yeah.
Freaked Jonna out, but it was kind of nice.
As annoying.
Yes, insurance for children, younger drivers today, $1,200 a month.
What?
Yep.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what Cedar's boy got quoted from USAA, $1,200 a month.
Holy Jesus.
Yep.
He's been in a wreck.
Even if he hadn't been, he's 18 years old, and
And girls are actually worse on the road, but they don't have to pay as much.
Yeah.
that's because usually the boyfriend's driving. Traditionally.
Yeah.
$1,200 a month?
Yes.
Yep.
$1,234, I think it was.
Wow.
1968. I paid $1,200 a year as an 18-year-old kid driving a 67 Corvette.
Back then, I didn't pay $1,200 for the car, period.
Yeah, I paid it because it was fun.
In the 80s, we didn't have to have insurance. My car was paid off. I didn't have insurance.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking that back then, I couldn't afford it, a $1,200 car, let alone a $1,200 a year insurance payment.
No.
Well, I was working, so I could.
Even working, that was a lot of money.
Yeah, but I was making good money at the time.
I'm so tired.
Yep.
I'm so tired. Oh, I said 80,000. I wouldn't expect 80,000 people. I was expecting 15 to 35,000. 80 was a bit of a shock. Oh,
Yeah, the reason that insurance is so high in Texas is simple. We have so many illegals down here driving with no insurance.
yep. Well, John and I were talking about that on the way down, or way up on the trip. We were talking about it. I have I've kind of got a case of the ass at toll roads, especially toll roads that are charging way more than what they're supposed to be charging. Those piss me off. Rita loves toll roads. And when we were first dating and I was going down there, she kept telling me get a toll tag and drive on the expressway. And I'm not paying for toll tag. And she very sweetly said, honey, the illegals that don't have insurance can't afford the toll roads.
Yeah.
And I went, oh,
Yeah.
I don't have a toll tag.
Yep.
Hillbilly, 80,000. Hillbilly. Wally is saying that rumor has it that they went 100K.
Would not surprise me.
There were a lot of people.
Yeah.
There were a lot of people.
Well, I wonder if that was a daily count or an overall total for the weekend. Because 80,000 Dragon Con is a single day.
That's way too.
Yeah. My first car was a 63 Corvair Monza Spider that I paid $300 for. In 65.
Ford station wagon that I paid $25 for.
Yeah.
I'm not going there. Not going there. Not going there. No, it was a good time. I think there was a lot of info. Courtney had a lot of good insights, got a lot of data for crunching. I think next year we'll go up there next year. We'll take a look at it. Set up a booth and see what we can with folks that know how to set up a booth and folks that know how to sell. I think we will probably kick butt.
Oh, well, Ben, I would love to have a Willis Jeep station wagon back in the day.
Amen.
Oh man, take one of those and put a little 327 in it. Put some decent gearing in it. Yeah, Don, we remember that 91 Tempo. It would get up and run.
It'd run like a striped ass ape.
Of course, you never learned how to take your foot off the floorboards because you'd been driving farm stuff for so long.
Oh, look, Don's back.
Yeah.
Oh, so yes, we have those. Yeah, those are fantastic. Cedar does excellent work, and quite honestly, I was doing me. I was trying to poach authors, and most of the authors there, their covers just weren't.
Yeah. Oh, now Don's getting defensive.
I'm a good driver. Of course you are.
She put it in all caps.
You're a good driver. Elk.
Yeah. Yeah, most of us wish we had our at least some variant of our first couple of cars back
No, I'm good.
because they would be worth a lot of money today.
That 68 Buick Electra 225.
Yeah.
I drove that thing into the ground. I'm good. I'm good.
Oh, Kermit, you should have jumped on that one. Willis with a Mustang 5.0 in it.
My favorite vehicle of all time was a 1994 Ford Ranger, a little four-banger. I could get from Amarillo to Tiny Town and halfway back on one tank of gas. It was great. But I'd love to have it back, but I don't. I quite honestly, one of the new Ford Tacoma or Ford, one of the new Toyota Tacomas is probably just as good.
Yeah. And now Dawn's getting really defensive. The elk literally jumped into my car. She says it jumped into her car with her. And no, it wasn't your fault. I actually learned how to drive on the farm, thank God.
Look, there's Dawn. Elk.
Yeah. On a 53 Dodge Power Wagon.
I learned to drive in the Velt.
Yeah.
With a Land Rover.
And in Granny Low, I could literally get out of that Power Wagon and walk faster than it would go. But it would also climb a tree, which I proved because I was trying to turn it at like 11 years old and it was no freaking power steering.
Yeah. Armstrong steering.
Yeah. And I couldn't get it turned enough to miss the tree and it.
I remember the 39 Ford pickup I learned on. Had 2 gears.
Yeah.
On the tree. 2 on the tree, not
Yeah.
3. One of them was out.
Yeah. Probably missing a low gear. So
Yeah.
everything was second and third. Yeah. Yep. Armstrong power steering.
It had low gears, just that low gear would normally have been second.
Yeah.
Oh, so
Didn't make you learn how to use clutch good.
Rita has put together Moggies, and I think we're pulling the trigger on that Wednesday.
It should go live Friday morning.
It should go live Friday morning. Just remember, if you're in Moggies, wait till it's live, both digital and Dead Tree, before you go cheering.
Yeah.
Um,
And if you have a blog or you have something else, do a book promo.
yeah, do a book promo.
Um,
The last of the Spurgles. I got it done last weekend. Last weekend. I can't think. I'm so tired. I would love a technical. Anyway, the last of Spurgles is done. I'm still writing the intro, and it's off to our lovely editing teams.
Now you need to do an anthology called Last of the Spurgles.
2025. Talk to John about 2025.
And she'll just tell you no.
Voice out of the back, and she'll just tell you no.
And Nancy, that Toyota Tacoma will be running long after you are. And Tiffany says, I've got one more Spurgle story in.
Oh, I am sick unto death of Spurgle. Oh,
Hey, you started it.
I know. I didn't just expect to run off with it like the way they have. It's now time to turn the Spurgle out into the author ecosystem and let it be free. My brain just shut down. Fuck.
Oh yeah, Sean, that was a problem back in the 60s and 70s because the keys were normally in a dash. And this was before people learned that you didn't need to put 42 keys on the same key ring.
Oh,
and you could be going down the road, and the key would literally bounce out of the
itself out of the
ignition,
ignition.
and the car would shut off. And then you're going, "Oh shit! Now what do I do?"
Worse was when the key literally broke from all the weight.
Oh yeah,
and no, it was great when it broke in the ignition, because then there's nothing hanging. I could just turn it and it would start.
yeah.
And you know,
Well, that was
I'm weird.
assuming you even needed a key to start with.
I'm weird.
Yeah.
So I don't. Moggy's is next. Then Spurgle, Nick, and Mike are working on the Weird West. They'll be tuning up in Weird West here pretty quick. Oh, other news. We have 2 new employees at Raconteur Press. We have Amanda and Lisa. They will be subbing in on copy editing. So go us. Actually having to hire people, which is kind of scary. It's kind of scary. So we've got, if you get a red ink and drink. Our lovely copy editor, Miss Sarah. Apparently, I'm not on Discord, so I don't know any of this. Apparently, she's got a red ink and drink channel on Discord. And our copy editors have been going there and apparently screaming into the void. So there may be a red ink and drink column on Substack in the future.
That should be interesting.
You don't send them sympathy cards, you send them sympathy booze.
Yeah. Put the void screams back in there. Yeah.
Did Sarah threaten to stab you if you didn't get her help?
Not in so many words.
That's kind of personal, don't you think?
In other words, yes.
Kind of personal.
She just gave us a hard look.
Kind of personal. She's been doing yeoman-like work, and we are at one of the reasons that we wanted to do 24 and 24 was stress test our systems, and we found where one of our so we're fixing it.
Okay, I have a note for Brennan.
Note for Brennan.
Note for Brennan, because he made a comment in the stream there that he didn't get his Weird West story in. There's 2 open calls for that. So he has another opportunity to write the damn story.
Cedar beat you to it. Brennan, there will be a second volume. Write it. Is it possible for stabbing me in person? Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Or so I hear.
Yeah.
So no, we got, if you turn in a story, you get email from an Amanda or Lisa with unfuck yourself. They do actually work for us.
Yeah.
And you are supposed to unfuck yourself.
Well, editing is interesting.
Jennifer, you're going to regret saying that, but we'll take you up on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't. Jennifer's a booth babe. No.
Jennifer will be a great booth babe. We just have to wake them up for the chokehold.
Yeah.
So they can buy the book.
I was going to say, because she'd be ripping their heads off. Dude, get over here.
Jen, don't choke them all the way out. Just gray.
Just land extra body bags.
Yeah.
So
Don goes, stabbing can be impersonal, but not if you're angry at the person you're stabbing. Well, true.
Somebody just asked. Brennan just asked. No, somebody just asked if they could. Yes, they can.
Yeah.
Or so I hear.
Yeah, send Hillbilly the open call.
Yeah, we'll get it.
Final count on the Weird West stories.
I don't know.
61.
61. When we closed the first open, we had 61. And
I think we see continuing series into next year.
So that's we're having to get more. We're making some changes in the way we do things because again we're stress testing our TTPs, And we'll spend the rest of the year just working things out because we get so many good stories. We really do. And the fact that the alpha marks are taking us as a challenge is just great.
Yeah.
Because alpha marks are turning out some really good writers, guys. So they've latched onto us, and I'm quite happy because we get really good stories. But that being said, when we first started, and it was basically the prologue of the prototypical alpha marks and folks we knew.
Yeah.
We got consistently good stories. Now that we're getting 61, we're still getting our good stories. We're also getting unknown people that are sending in some stuff that's wow. When Rita starts cursing your name, that's bad. There were a couple of stories she barely got to the first paragraph and dumped them.
If you're going to write a good story, make it entertaining.
Well, and yeah, we got folks learning. There's some people that their version of entertaining is not ours. Tiffany, don't worry about it. You're fine. And to be honest, and I'll say this now, and I probably won't ever say it again. Our Moggy series are a little fluffy. As Mike Burke said, it gave him diabetes.
Yeah,
and that's good. Because we need to something needs to offset the All Will Burn series. Because those are dark and twisted stories
for a reason.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we have the All Will Burn and the Moggies. Moggies tend to be a little fluffy, and that's not. She's
I'm
giving
not
me
mad
the
at
look. Oh, okay.
This is the spreadsheet for the Amazon order that's fucked up. That I've just had to spend a goddamn hour doing, where we are missing or damaged 68 books. Oh. Speaking of stress testing.
But the Moggies are so when you're sending gratuitous torture porn to Rita, it's not going to make it in a Moggies book. It really is. Rita is not going to pass on. Rita's not going to do gratuitous torture porn anyway.
Yeah.
But especially not in the Moggies. I said she opened up one in the first paragraph. It was gratuitous. It went from first introduction paragraph to gratuitous torture porn, and she was not happy. That was a mad little thing.
Yeah.
Oh, Brian says there's a spectrum of stories. No reason you can't do it all, except for the gratuitous torture porn.
Yeah, that's a good point, Julie. Someone picking up a book with a fluffy cat in space on the cover, expects the cozy fluff. Yeah.
Well, and it's a palate cleanser. After all will burn. Some of our Space Marine stories get a little dark.
Yeah,
and that's good because they're entertaining and they're good. But some folks that want to spend money want something fluffy.
Yeah,
something cozy.
Yep.
And this guy and some folks that like the dark stuff like something fluffy to cleanse the palate afterwards.
Yeah. Indeed. Yeah.
Yeah, and a lot of us have seen enough shit that we don't want to go down that road.
No, not so much.
Yeah. And on that note, folks, we've wasted another hour of your time.
Oh, look, 42 people watching. Only 20 think that we have enough value to click the like button. I has a sad.
Hey, we got a 50-50.
This cat has a sad. This cat
Jesus
wants you. Sad kitten syndrome. Avoid sad kittens. Click.
Just no.
Click the like button. Click the like button. 41 people watching and 25.
Oh, God. Don't even start with the sad kitties. No, just friggin' no.
Weren't sad puppies enough?
Right.
Yeah, Bill, I can understand that.
All right, guys. Oh, look. We've got People are actually liking them. People are actually liking it. That's nice.
Thank you, folks. We do appreciate it. And
We do. I tease, but
thanks again for the mic, Michael.
oh God, yes.
I will make sure that is up and working by Thursday. And remember,
Cedar
folks,
has a surprise for us on Thursday.
okay,
Kind of worried.
Me too.
Kind of worried.
I may take Thursday off and let you go.
I'll put up I'll start filling sandbags with blast shield.
Yeah. Anyway, folks, remember, don't pet the sweaty stuff. Don't sweat the petty stuff.
Y'all be safe, okay?
We will see you Thursday. Bye-bye.
All right.